Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Spyro the Dragon for the Sony PlayStation 1. In the last video, we took on Twilight Harbor, and found everything that was there, and now we're going to take on Gnasty Gnorc. So, let's begin. And I don't know why I was having that much trouble entering Gnasty Gnorc's level, but I did, and so I had to jump in rather than walk in. Fair enough. So, for Gnasty Gnorc, the beginning of the level, we have two keyholes. One above our good friend Gnasty Gnorc, who we need to avoid the shots from his little wand there so we don't get hit or anything. And another door that we will be seeing as we move around here. Why did I do that? That was not a smart thing to do. There is also a thief here, amazingly. And there's that other door right there. And I made the thief start running. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chase him all the way back. Where'd he go? There he is. And now I'm going to keep charge jumping, so that way I can kind of get to him really, really quickly. And somehow mess this up. I'm making this look a lot harder than it is when it's not even hard to begin with. Let's see if we can do it now. We should be able to. Well, I was trying to stop and flame him, but I was able to run into him. That works. Let's just do it that way. Now, the key we got from the thief works for this door. Assuming that we can stand in the proper place so that the key can do its little animation and go into the door. Now for this guy. We will be running up a hill, but we can easily catch up with him if we keep charge jumping. Again, I was trying to stop and flame him, but once again, I was able to ram into him. By the way, you do not want to die during any of this, because if you do, you will be doing this all over again, and that's no fun for anyone. And let's go ahead and get the last of everything here. Let's make sure we got everything here. I am missing a gem. I am missing a thing. I should have 179 by the time I am done with this specific area. And I'm missing something somewhere. I'm going to go through the first area one more time, just to be safe, just to be sure. And if I'm not missing anything there, then I'm going to have to check the lobby, so to speak, to find the last gem. Because again, I don't think I have everything still. Yeah, let's look around real quick. There it is. It's right there. I forgot that the end of that ramp actually has its own little recess there. And the second key unlocks this. Now here, I'm just going to worry about chasing after Gnasty Gnorc for now. There is a certain point where you do catch up with him. And I want to make sure that I reach that point and promptly flame him before I go after anything else in this area. And it's right here. Now he drops a gem, and he goes in there, in that little opening that has just been opened. But I'm not done here yet. I want to get all the things here real quick. I want to get all of the treasure that is in this little area. You should have 400 by the time you are done with this little race course of sorts. And once you are done with this race course of sorts, it's time to go into the little opening. This part is really crucial. You do not want to die during it. Because if you did, that would be really, really bad. And I'm still missing some stuff. There it is. Still missing one. There it is. Alright. Now to go into this opening. And once we go in, we want to make sure we go across these platforms really quickly. Don't stop. You'll make it. And just like that. Bye, Gnasty.
Sorry I took so long. I kind of forgot about you.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Nasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Now this is the part where I would say that this is the end of Let's Play Spyro the Dragon for Sony PlayStation 1, but we are not done yet. We still have a little bit of work to do, because 100%, which we have just reached, is not the end of this game. We have one more area to go, believe it or not, and I want to make sure that I go to it to end this all off. So, how is this game so far? How has this game been for me? Graphics are pretty good. They hold up fairly well. They do look better in Reignited Trilogy for sure, but they're still good here even on PlayStation 1. Even on the original Sony PlayStation. And really didn't have much of a problem with them. They barely changed in the PS1 sequels, but that's not exactly a bad thing. You could easily tell what everything was, at what everyone was. And despite the range of colors in this game, this is a pretty good looking game for the time. Sound and music, once again, music, like in all of the 3 Sony PlayStation 1 games, is done by Stuart Copeland, who did a good job with all of it. Sound and music, again, I can't complain. And that's pretty much all I have to say in that department. As for the gameplay, it's pretty simple to figure out. The gameplay makes this game fun, even it can be a little hard at times. Especially when you're trying to figure things out. The difficulty gets a little easier with Spyro 2. Jury's still out with Year of the Dragon, the 3rd game, because I have yet to play that. But I was able to persevere and get through this. And do I recommend getting this game? Absolutely. Whether it's the original PlayStation 1 game or the Reignited Trilogy, you can't go wrong with either version. Even though you can hold all 4 of your shoulder buttons in the Reignited Trilogy to find any missing gems, if you don't look through the levels as systematically as you should. But other than that, this is a fun game. This reached greatest hits status for a reason. It's easy to pick up and play, fun to get through, definitely worth playing, definitely worth getting. And now we have one more dragon to rescue, and he's right here.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will not open until you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
I forgot to mention replay value too. once you get everything in the game, there's really nothing else to come back to. But I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to start a new game and do this all over again. Again, the first 3 Spyro games were fun. The first 2 I know are fun, but the third one also looks pretty fun too. And now we are entering Gnasty's loot. And this is a fun level for what you're about to see here. So, first of all, we have no more dragons. We rescued the final one in the Gnorc Nexus. And we have 2,000 treasure to get. Now, it doesn't look like we can get to anything. So we could probably just try gliding to here and failing. But if you do that, you actually fly. You can fly anywhere you want to in the level, but there is a catch. The height is capped at the highest point you've reached on land or on foot. So we won't be able to go very high at the beginning, but by looking around and doing things, we can increase the height cap that the level places on us. And in order to increase the height cap, we need to find keys. And to get the keys, we need to beat up the thieves that run around in this level. Now this guy just runs around in a circle, but we can easily get to him if we know what we're doing. Charge jumping also kind of helps too. And I wanted to do the stop and flame, but I got close enough to him to ram him. So that made it a non-issue. Also, all these chests that you're going to open, they're usually going to carry the yellow 10 gems or the purple 25 gems. And now, I'm going to look around a little bit to ensure that I have found everything that I can. And it appears that I did not quite yet there. So let's go ahead and look around one more time. And I think we should have 350 by the time we're done here. At least with this current elevation. Before we get the first key and use it. So I'm just going to fly around one more time. And see what I can get. Which I don't think is much. I can't even get up here. And there's another thief up there. But we're going to have to go up to this door and open it just to get a little higher. And once we go up these stairs, we'll be able to fly even higher. There's the second key. There's the second key hole. We just need the second key. And we can't get up there yet. But we do have this area to play around with. And I thought I could actually do that, but apparently not. There we go. Managed to flame him right as he was turning a corner. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and open all the chests here. And get everything that's now out in the open. And of course open up these. Because why not? And we should be able to fly around once more and see what we can get, which I don't think is much. We just need to find the second key again, which is, or rather the second keyhole again, which is going to be right here. And might as well put the key in. And this guy's flying around. We're not going to chase after him yet. Instead, we're going to go up here, up these stairs, and then we're going to chase after him. So, you want to just kind of just follow around and see where you can find him. You'll hear the plane. And you just want to go after him. He just kind of flies around in the circle a little bit. And by not going into the pipe, I was able to get the third key. Now to look around. We can go up there. There's the third key door. But I want to flame some fireworks because that will allow me to open up some metal boxes. And by doing that, we can open, or rather we can get some gems that we wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. There are keys, obviously, for this level, but none of them are for the metal boxes. And now it's time to go over here and get something else, too. Let's go ahead and get all of these gems, and let's open the door. There's the fourth door. And there's another thief. So we need to follow him down this chamber. Just keep going where he's going, and we'll eventually catch up with him. Now you're probably wondering what we're going to do next. Well, we're not going to go up there. We're going to take the turn left, and we're going to get closer to him. We're a lot closer than we were before. As long as we don't do anything we shouldn't, we should be able to catch up with them. Hopefully. We're getting a little closer to him. We're kind of catching up a little bit. And if you know what you're doing, you should eventually be able to catch up with him a little bit, I think. Always take the upper path with those pipes, because if I do that, I'll always be able to kind of get the jump on him a little bit. I also don't want to run into the walls way too much because I know that'll cost me. And he's now going that way because we've just trailed him so many times. And it wasn't long before we caught up with him. Yeah, if you keep trailing him like that, he eventually stops going up. And he just takes the turn like you've always have. And for that, he's done. Let's go ahead and hit this firecracker. Let's go ahead and get to the box that we just saw break. And this firecracker will break that box. Now to get a ton of yellow gems. And get to another key. Or rather another keyhole door. It's not this. No, it's not this one. It's this one. And by going into this room, we get one gem. Why did we do this? Well, it's quite simple. And it's because by doing that, we were able to go up here. I think I messed this up. I think I messed this up just a little bit. Need to do something here first. Okay. Let's do it this way. Because if I jump up there, there we go. I knew I did something wrong. Yeah, now we can reach the exit portal and we can go back to the home world from here. But why would you want to do that when you can go through this tunnel and get the last gems you'll ever have to pick up, as well as find a picture of Gnasty Gnorc? And just like that, if we play our cards right, we should have 2,000 gems. We did it. We now have everything in the game. 14,000 gems, 80 dragons, 120% collection rate. Let's take this home. Let's get the ending.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Gnasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the dragon world, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my dragon days butting heads with Gnasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Gnasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh. Here we go again.
Interestingly enough, the ending you get when you complete Gnasty's loot in its entirety and get 120%, it hints at a sequel where you have to face Gnasty Gnorc again. As we all know, that didn't happen because Spyro 2's Ripto's Rage, which came out in 1998, a year... Or did it come out in 99? Came out in 99, I just now remember, which means this came out in 98. Spyro 2, which came out in 1999, a year after the first Spyro game. That one had us facing Ripto. That one had us going to Avalar, getting all the talismans, getting all of the orbs, getting all the treasure, of course, and meeting all those characters who would have recurring roles in the future games, such as Hunter and Bianca, who would be in the third game, and Laura. She would appear in 2 and have a bit of a brief cameo in 3. And of course Zoe, the fairy. She appeared in the sequel as well. Professor also appeared in 3, but he had a bit of a cameo in there as well. He just showed up for one of the missions for the collectibles. And yeah, the Spyro 2 would make things a little bit easier, though maybe that's just me because I'm so used to 2. And I kind of had to learn how to get through 1. But that was where I started. That was where I was introduced to the Spyro series as a whole. It was the only game in the series I ever played up until now, when I finally played and beat Spyro 1. And once the credits are done for a second time, which you can't skip either time, by the way, I should say. Once you get through the credits a second time, you get sent back to the Artisan's homeworld. Why? I don't know. But you do go over there. You don't have to do anything else. You can just go anywhere at your leisure. You can explore all the levels and do whatever you want in them, just because. And that is it for this game. There's nothing else to this. We've done everything that we possibly could with this game. This has been Let's Play Spyro the Dragon for Sony PlayStation 1. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe a little bit more. And hopefully I will be back with another Let's Play. Hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe. Thanks for watching. and see you guys later.